Hello, this is Bridget Rowe with Divine Essentials. Alright, guys, I have a pick a card, and it is a mixture of freakies and some timing. So there's 4 options, and you can choose the option that you would like based off of the stone. So there's the rounded, like shamanic. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's a grounding, shamanic-y energy. Then there is a square, which I think is I'm not sure. I think it might be bloodstone. And then this is a pie stone, which is jade. And then there's just this little green guy, which I don't even know where I got it or why I have it. I think it might have came as like a gift with the purchase of something. So take your time to choose. Alright, so if you chose the first stone, we have up here with deeper desires. I forget the name of this deck. This is Divine Feminine Sexual Agent. And then these are the Divine Time Oracle. So first off, these cards up here for the timing say, gather round, raise a glass, finally found enough time has passed. The Thanksgiving celebration card. So this could indicate that, hey, there's, gonna be enough time has passed for things to come together and celebrate by Thanksgiving. Or it could be more so around like the idea of like gratitude, like maybe you find gratitude for the connection, you find gratitude for them, or they find gratitude for you, and because of that, it opens up the doorway for, celebrating and being like, oh yeah, well, hey, look at, we did what we needed to do, because like giving is here as well. So I feel like there could have been, and then sharing as well. So there may have been like tendency to grab at each other or to take without giving equally in the dynamic between the two of you. So could have been you, could have been them, take it as it resonates. But through gratitude and balancing the give and take, that may actually help you to fix things, and then there's, what are you waiting for? Open the door with the opportunity card. So I feel like that's why I feel like there's maybe an opportunity present without having to wait for Thanksgiving. It's more so like the idea that you think of around Thanksgiving, where it's like, hey, gratitude, thank you, like, thank you for being you, thank you for giving what you gave, thank you for sharing, or thank you for caring, or whatever it is. I feel like there is an opportunity present for something to happen within your dynamic that may be like, oh wow, things are better because of that. So take, if it's you that needs to say some gratitude, or them that needs to say some gratitude, I think you're probably going to know based off of like what's happened up until now. There could have been, again, a tendency for them to just like grab whatever you were giving and not necessarily give back in an equal, balanced way. But with the sharing, it says, tear the shirt off now, save it for later, sexy little secret, it looks better on you wrinkled. So if the person that you'd connected to had not been very like openly like, hey, let me share with you, it could even just be feelings, like maybe they held back their feelings, they didn't share openly that they care, that they are grateful for you, that like they think these things, like maybe they throw their shirt on the floor in a freaking pile and you end up putting it on because you're like cold or something, but it's not like they let you know that like they like that, or that they are even okay with it, or didn't offer it. So everybody has their perspective and everybody has their way of approaching things, and a lot of times when we are dealing with other people, we are extra sensitive, or we think things, see things, feel things in a way that's not even there, like have a tendency to expect the worst, think the worst, feel the worst. They just threw their the shirt on the floor, like they don't care if I'm cold, or I'm not even good enough for like a clean shirt or whatever, But other people may be like, oh my God, it smells like you, and be very happy to wear the shirt and very grateful to wear the shirt that's off the floor because it's got their cologne or their scent or, pheromones connected to it. So again, it's perspective. It's how we look at things and how people are with each other and how freaking communicative people are with each other. Because if people just opened the mouth and said things more often than just thinking them and feeling negatively in correspondence to what they're freaking thinking, they probably save themselves a lot of trouble. They have a lot of opportunity to fix a remedy and see from the other side of stuff, like, oh wow, that's not what they were thinking at all, or wow, they were like, thinking the total opposite, or they were trying to be nice to me, but I was not seeing it because I was taking it negatively. So always try to look at things from both sides of the spectrum. With giving, it says, give me a piece of you, place it deep inside. My body gives to you a life we both desire. And then I want you to give me a child is on here. So for some of you, it could legitimately be, I want you to be the parent of my child. I want to give you a baby up inside of you. Others of you, it could be more like, give me a piece of your heart. Give me a piece of your soul. Give me, you. Give me like, the essence of who you are. Let me learn your body. Let me learn your mind. Let me learn all the things that make you you. And that's going to give me that life that I desire. Or maybe they feel that you have given them this type of thing and it's deep within them. And so the life that you both desire could be one where that can be explored deeper, or that can be shared on a deeper level, or maybe they want to reciprocate because maybe they have not taken the opportunity to do so. Maybe they didn't share openly where you had, or they didn't make it as easy for you to have something placed deep inside of you other than maybe, body parts. We also have class, and it says, every piece of you is perfect, your hair, your eyes, your scent, all of you drives me wild. I know you're heaven sent. So I know majority of people who connect to my stuff are feminines, so this could be a masculine that does see you as being very classy woman, or somebody that, just everything about you, your eyes, your hair, your scent. People, humans, we literally have a scent and pheromones, and we're attracted to are, compatible mates on that level. So you may not even be wearing any, perfume or scented things, but the scent of you, if your chemistry is connected to them or compatible with them in some way, you just get the right little elements going on inside of you for each other, they're going to be, wow, it's going to smell good, it's going to be appealing. It may not even have a scent, and it just may be like whatever they're smelling, like on a pheromone basis, makes them feel, woo. And then we have playing. It says, just hold my hand and let's have some fun. So you may know this person for a long time, like inner child energy or past life energy. For some reason, inner child, past life is one and the same for me. But I feel like this person may have a young soul, or just a young at heart type of, way of being. And if you're a classy woman who shares and, gives and maybe isn't so young at heart, that could cause miscommunications and things, like not seeing things like this person just grabbed and took what they wanted, and they are playing games with me, or they're not doing this or they're not doing that. And it could just be a lack of maturity, because it's not like a personal attack, it's just who they are. Maybe they're not aware of things, they don't have that way of being. Some people just have stuff built into them. It's like they came into this world like a fucking grandma or a grandpa or whatever. They just, immediately came out the womb like ready to go. to the bar and have a glass of wine and be all fancy. Other people are gonna forever be young and weird and like not think things through rationally. They make crazy decisions, they do stupid shit, they get manipulated easily. They're like the little child that oftentimes will find somebody that's like the mature, classy person who can keep them under their wing and protect them from the manipulators and all of the things. But if the one that's protecting them feels slighted or wronged or whatever, that's probably not going to go so well. So, some things like that may have played out within inside of your stuff, but I do feel the sense that this person wants to have fun. They don't want to have any difficult, like sad, bad, mad, not feeling good type of stuff happening between you. And then strength says, up against the wall, pounding powerful passion all night long. So they may want to show you their strength because of they feel like a lack of, an ability to impress you in another area. Like they may not feel like they're the classiest person. They may feel like, young at heart and kind of like a, like just a little bit more immature, or they're not at the same level of something, or they're just a different vibration from you, and so their strength may come through in literal strength, or their strength may come through in a different way. They may not know how to express their emotions through communicating with words, but they may know how to grab you, right, and make love to you in a way that's like, I take this opportunity to show you how grateful I am without fucking saying a word, and you're gonna know by what I give to you and how I play with you and how I show you how strong I am and how powerful I am all night long. So hold on tight, because it's going to be a rough ride. So, that's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like also, though, that could be tied into it maybe has been a rough ride for you, or the both of you, or one of you, or, just life in general hasn't been the easy thing. And if that's the case, if you've been hurt, or people have taken advantage of you, or have a tendency to get mixed into the bad situations of the world, you may have your guard up. You may be protecting yourself. They may be doing the same thing. And so the opportunity to be present for people to have like a true, loving, caring, playful, connection. But both people may be afraid of sharing and giving because they've been burnt before. So it could take strength to get to the place where they're like, all right, let's take this fucking opportunity and share with each other, because we're never going to have anything good if we don't. At least take the chance. So only you can turn me into a seductive Playboy bunny. Again, I feel like this, this energy is like somebody who's classy, not somebody that's like, running around sleeping with everybody in the neighborhood. Probably don't have the tendency to just like be all, here you go, to anyone. And this person may bring out that side of you that maybe you haven't even seen before with others. It's maybe just something that like your walls come down, or your inhibitions go away, or your ability to feel and perceive and to be in the body rather than the mind may be amplified within, this connection. It's like they place something deep inside of you on a different level that helps you to be like, wow, I'm a fucking Playboy bunny. And then I've been having the most tantric, erotic thoughts about you lately. So again, deep, erotic, sensual, energy that's not just like, I just want to hit it and quit it, or Playboy type of like, I'm going to play games, or it's all, surface level stuff. Like it just looks nice, but it doesn't really matter. What's the matter if it looks good, but if it doesn't feel good, So it's like, this is actually like, looks good, feels good, tastes good, smells good, all the goods, I want to take care of you when you're sick. Dress up as a nurse and do you back to good health. So this person and you may have, like fantasized or want to dress up and play, games, like not games in a bad way, but like, let's dress up, let's play nurse. Like you pretend like you're sick and I'm going to take care of you and put you back together and give you a nice little shot and take your blood pressure, turn your head and cough type of thing. And then, I fantasize about you licking my pussy and as I'm driving around. So again, you may both have like more of a, when you're with each other, or when you think of this person, it's like that opportunity is presenting to play, to have fun, to do things that you might not normally do. Like, let's get dressed up and have fun. Let's go drive around while you please me, and do some things that maybe I don't normally think about with other situations. And then eat me in the shower and let me come on your tongue. So I feel like Divine Feminine here is definitely fantasizing about that. She's like, I want you to come inside of me as you slap on my lips. She's definitely thinking about specifics. I want to video chat with you as I pleasure myself. I want to take care of you. I would love to enjoy a nice romantic bubble bath with you, bonding, and as our bodies collide and you wash the soap off of my body. So again, it's deeper stuff there. It's not all about the sex. It's not all about, just please me. It's like, I want to get to know you. I want to share intimate moments. Spread my legs apart slowly as you thrust against my body and devour me like you're starving. And I want you deep inside, that you can feel my heartbeat throbbing against you. And I want to make your pleasure my top priority. Pin me down and lift my legs high as you give it to me rough. So, yeah. Again, I feel like there is that element here of like wanting that opportunity to give it to each other, to find the strength, have that strength be present, like strong, tough, hard, but also an element of like giving, sharing, softness, like duality. It's like the best of both worlds, like beat it up and then, give me a nice bath, basically. Or I'm gonna do some, nasty, dirty things, and then I'm gonna take care of you and, clean you all up. And then, if you're not feeling good, I'm gonna make sure that you are after I'm done with you and, being your nurse. So, feels like basically there is, set energies within there that may or may not resonate. If it's not your pile, it's not your pile. There could be a different one here. But I'm going to move on to the square, which is down here. So with the timing, we had their absence brings balance with the Justice card. And then the 818 expansion, seeing results, awakening the infinite. So I feel like there's probably some sort of justice, some sort of karma, some sort of reason that you had to be separated from somebody, and in the absence of them, you are seeing results or expansion or awakening things. Maybe your own abundance, maybe your own life is growing and healing and balancing out. Maybe you weren't in a position to, get together with somebody because you needed to go through things in your own way. Or there could be third parties involved that they weren't going to give you any results. They weren't going to give you what you needed or like what you deserved if they're all intertwined in a third party, marriage or karmic relationship. So making that person not be in your life would be the best bet until they make that other person not in their life, because, that's going to bring justice and balance. Like getting mixed into all of that when the other, like if all three people aren't on board with it, then you probably don't want to be doing it. And I'm seeing the Justice card up there too. So this person may needed to have grown, finding their growth, their power, and realizing like that they've got to clear out karma and bring justice and balance in order for them to be able to see any results or expand with you. They're basically on the outside, and they may want a private show where you take off all your clothes, but they may know like this isn't going to happen, or you're not going to be performing for them under the circumstances that could be playing out within these things. So I do feel like they do want to have fun. I feel like if they are with somebody else, it's not the person that they see themselves spending the rest of their life with. You know what I mean? Like they may have thought that when they went into it. Or they may have, you know, they may go through the motions of things or be there with them, but at the same time, it's like they're not really there fully. I feel like there's a way they're probably not present for anybody. They may be just doing what they think they should be doing, like in terms of what society says or what other people would think or what makes the most sense. But I feel like there's a part of them that's just fucking like not present, you know? There's some sort of absence within them and they want to have fun. So they could be drinking and getting all mixed into that, you know, like when you're not always clear-headed, you make some stupid choices or ideas get kind of misconstrued within inside of the person. You fall for the performance of people. You may think that like you're going to be seeing all this abundance and wonderful expansion and I'm awakening the infinite and like this is the best thing, but then you know, justice will be served when they realize that like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have been, you know, making decisions from that state of being, you know, bamboozled or just stupid or not. Like I feel like this person's blind, you know? It's like we get the darkness, the blind, the games. Like I feel like somebody's playing them hard and they have not fucking figured it out because they're too stupid or too blind or too entangled in it. They're all wrapped up, not realizing that somebody is pulling the wool over their eyes or somebody is going to, you know, put on a performance and make it look like, oh, you're going to see nice, you know, results from doing this or having that or connecting here. But I feel like there's going to be balance that's brought about when that light shines and that blindfold comes off and the games are seen for what they are. They're going to realize, oops, and that's going to be the karmic justice for probably whatever stuff they've done in their life that was not so good or maybe has hurt you. You know, they thought that they were going to go have fun. They thought that they were going to go like, you know, be a part of whatever performance has been being shown to them. Things are going to be all fancy and expansive and wonderful. And so being wrapped up into this, you know, web of a weaved web. And I feel like even if they are within something that they're kind of like entangled in, it's the deepest, darkest desires include you being in their bed. So they may be with somebody, but be thinking, desiring to see you. You know, I want a private show. I want you to take off all your clothes. I want to have fun. Maybe they're not having fun where they are, and realizing, you know, like this isn't great. It's kind of dark and gloomy here, and I can't even speak on what I want because now I'm kind of wrapped up into this situation. Maybe they feel like they're being teased by things like or that they got teased into doing something, like thought that I was going to be getting this, that, and the other thing, but you know, now that I'm here, there's just a bunch of games, a bunch of bullshit. Somebody teased my, you know, enhanced the senses and made me look at things a certain way, and maybe played a good, you know, woohoo on somebody, but that doesn't, you know, stay forever. People usually start to figure it out when things aren't panning out the way that they had thought that they were. And if something sounds too good to be true, usually it is. So we also had, come over after work, I'll be waiting for you, naked on my bed with the candle lights on. I feel like this person and you may be you know, like fantasizing in that way of like just imagining like, oh, if you could come over after work. It's like the anticipation to have my legs wrapped around you as you're deeply inside of me is killing me. So I feel like this could be something that's been building and building for a while. I want to fuck your face and watch you get soaking wet. So you know, again, she's probably feeling the absence of this person and wanting to feel some things here. Eat me in the kitchen like I'm your favorite meal. I want to see you, you know, getting soaking wet as I am on your face. I want you to come all over my chest as I play with myself. Yod is my pacifier. Put it in my mouth for when I cry. I want you in the gym locker room as you cover my mouth and we both are sweating. Lay next to me as our hands lock together and we both communicate with erotic, passionate touches. I feel like the two of you may have the ability to communicate with each other even if you're not near each other. Again, like, there's also the element here of the blindfold, the games, the darkness, right? So even in the dark, even in separation, even far away in their absence, you probably can lay there and tune into each other's energies if you really needed to, wanted to, and go through these fantasies. Maybe you both can project to the other, stuff that you want to do or have done, or maybe one of you's at the gym fantasizing about the other and the other one's at home, like all of a sudden fantasizing about that same type of thing. May not be like word for word exact, play by play, but I feel like there's a frequency thing that is strong between these two, and it's like we don't need to see each other, we don't need to hear each other, we don't need to even be near each other, because this connection is infinite. It's expansive. We're going to see results from it regardless of where we are, what we're doing, and as long as spirit's involved or whatever, the universe, justice is going to continuously play out. So whatever's happened, whatever games have been played, maybe this person did that to you, maybe they played you in the dark, put a blindfold on you, made you think a certain thing, performed, put on a nice little show that you were going to get a certain situation, and then they didn't do that, or they chose to go have some fun somewhere and put on a different show somewhere else, hoping that you would have not seen that, or that they could pull the wool over your eyes or keep you in the dark in some way, and that their absence wouldn't be known, like, or recognized as to what they were doing wrong or whatever. And that could be like, why this stuff is like needed to be like separated for a while, because they may need to learn their lesson and have somebody do that back to them. It says, I wouldn't mind a quickie, so come quickly. And I want to lick off your rock after sucking on it deeply, and then devour my and make me throb with desire. And my hidden porn star only comes out when you trigger me. How about you come and play? So again, like pile one, there's this element of like, I don't think about these things or do these things or feel these ways with anybody else, to the degree that maybe it is done or felt here, like this like stripper pole. Like, you probably aren't out and about stripping around a pole for everybody, but there's maybe like that element of would do that for that person, or feel the desire to even do that for that person, but they want a sexy photo shoot for their eyes only. So again, it's like, I'll perform for you, but only you. I'll do these things like, porn star level, but only you, because of whatever, there's a strong connection, that you probably are blinded even to, like, love blinds us, love makes us stupid, love makes us do things that maybe we shouldn't do, and just like the deep dark desires, or wanting this person that maybe you shouldn't want. So I feel like there's like some of that elements too, and that's why it's like, well, they're not around, it's like bringing balance. Maybe it's going to fix them, or maybe it's going to fix you, or maybe something's just going to shift within things to help people get to where they need to be, so that they can heal and grow and actually see results in their life. But I'm going to move on to pile number 3 with the pie stone. So we have the timing here with a few weeks to go. You can make it faster, you can make it slow with the perspective energy. And 717 starseed light codes, awakened love. So I feel like this is a divine thing. There's probably awakened love within the situations, like your love maybe for them has awakened you, or like your love awakened them, or vice versa. Something about this I feel like has changed perspectives. Maybe when you met this person, they had no idea about starseeds or light codes or whatever, but you've helped them to see. Vice versa, maybe they helped you to see. Something about them sparked you, finding your way through a spiritual element of the world. Change your perspective. Now, again, obviously, this is also speaking to the fact that, like, you can make it fast or slow depending on how you look at the situation, what you're doing at the situation, and how you're showing up within all of this. So like, you know at your core, this is awakened love. We've got these light codes that were star seeds. We have a divine thing here. But if I sit around feeling like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and I'm all jealous and I'm all freaking out, like, oh my god, come closer, it's going to take forever, because you're going to keep pushing it away by being like self-serving and control issues. Don't try to control shit, just let it go. But when you let it go and you release and you're like cool with whatever, that's when things shift. It's like a few weeks ago. It could be like really quick, or it could be really fucking slow, especially if you sit there staring at the clock the whole time, like, when's it going to be, what week is it going to be? 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, what weeks? That's going to make it slow. So don't even think about it. Don't focus on it. Just go live your life and have a good time, because that's going to make things, shift and bring them closer. So I feel like either you or them, has this element within. It's like, I want you to come closer to me. Maybe the both of you want the other one to come closer, but there again, if you have the wrong vibe or the wrong energy within something, even if they want to come closer to you, they may not, because they feel the resistance to not do so. When there's this type of energy of like, let me control the situation, let me keep you as mine, you can't talk to anybody else, you can't look at anybody else, you can't do that, why do you do, like, when you get watched like a hawk, or like you just know that like somebody's like being obsessive, it's like, it's not attractive. You don't want to do that stuff. It's like, yeah, dude, all right, chill the fuck out. Like, why are you being so weird? Chill, calm down. So whoever's in that energy, think about that and try to back it up if it's you, and if it's them, just keep focused on yourself. Don't even give it attention, because where our attention goes, energy flows, and usually creates more of that. So just focus on yourself. And then we have, pull those panties down and let me in. So again, I do feel like this person within these dynamics, the masculines, are thinking about coming closer and wanting to, get in there. They're like, let me in. Can I come in, please? I want to run my fingertips over every inch of you. I want to slow kiss and tickle up your inner thigh. I want to touch the curves of your body. I want to undress your body. I want to be close to your body, is what I'm picking up from that. And you may be on the other side of that. I want to unleash the kinky sides, or I want to unleash your kinky side. So you could be imagining them doing these things as, that desire of yourself. Like, I would like you to tap into that energy of wanting those things. So take it as it resonates. It says, I wish to feel your body on top of mine as you pin my arms down above me, so I cannot move, while you make sweet love to me. So this is somebody that does, like, the feminine energy, feels like she wants to kind of let him take control, him lead, him be the one that comes close, him the one, does this exploring and doing the physical actions of whatever. And it says, let's lay naked and talk about each other's dreams. So there's also an element of coming closer on a level of intimacy. I want to know more about you. I want to see things from a new perspective when I talk to you, communicate with you. I want to unleash your kinky side, but I also want to know what your fantasies are, what your desires are, what makes you you. And then prove to me how badly you want me, beg a little. So again, I am getting like it's almost like there's like a balance here. So I feel like half the collective feminines are freaking out, half the collective, the masculines, are like the ones that are more so like, I want this now, I want you to come closer to me. Maybe you stop chasing them and that freaks them out, like, why aren't you chasing me, what the hell, like, come beg for me, because maybe that boosted their ego, it made them feel good, and when you stop doing it, put the fucking perspective back on yourself, they noticed. Or this could be the feminine, again, wanting that closeness, wanting him to desire these things and unleash his kinky side, and, show that dominating control of, like, hey, pin me down, tell me that you want me, beg for me, like, prove to me that you even care, because maybe you don't feel that they do. Maybe you feel like that you've always been chasing and you want them to chase you. So whoever has been chased or doing the chasing may be now wanting to be chased, or something within the perspective may have shifted. All of a sudden, the chaser became the runner became the chaser. Something here has shifted into things. And then do me fast asleep. So again, it's like wants to feel, taken over and kind of like exhausted by what's been done. And I want you to do drug style, spank me, and pull my hair. My cravings are insatiable, so that could also be a part of like come closer because I can't get enough. Even if you do this and you do that and you explore all of this stuff and you prove to me you want me and you chase me and you do all this stuff, it's maybe like I'm still gonna be like, okay, let's go again. And there could be a jealous issue here. Could be you, them, both of you. When there's intense energies like this, a lot of times jealousy creeps into those things because it's like you don't want anybody else to be able to come close. You don't want anybody else to explore them or experience what you're experiencing. But if it's an intense, like, divine thing, nobody else is going to fucking come close to feeling the things that you feel, because it just doesn't exist with other people on the level that it exists with you. What you feel is what you feel. What they feel is what they feel. Nobody else is going to be able to feel what you have felt. Not to the degree that you feel it. So don't worry. And then I'm curious to know what turns you on. So again, I feel like that closeness is like, I feel like there's a closeness between you guys, or that you've maybe you've had a lot of intense, passionate times together, but maybe there hasn't been the closeness of like undressing each other on the emotional level of getting to know them and all of their desires, like talking about their dreams. Like, I really want to know who you are and what makes you feel a certain way. Like, what do you really like, other than what you've shown me. And then every night I project my sexual energies towards you as I play with my hair. So I could be doing some of that. If there's far times away from each other, or just, thinking about them and feeling an insatiable desire. I want to use toys with you and play. So, thinking about all these different things that can happen. Let me grind your rock with my lips until you beg me to stick it in and make you come. So there's even a teasing element here that I feel like could partly be part of this like jealousy. Like, I want to make you beg, I want to make you feel good, but I also want to I want you to want it more than maybe they pretend. Maybe they don't like it, or maybe they pretend like they don't care as much as they do, and maybe you want them, to shift that, you want to shift your perspective possibly around this. Like, maybe in your mind they don't show you enough of how they actually do care, or like, or feel, the way that they feel for you, and have made you feel jealous, or made you feel triggered, or made you feel insecure about what you bring to the table. So it's like, what do you like? What do you want? Like, tell me about your things so that I know, so that I can deliver. But you may need to switch the script there, see the new perspective, and realize that an awakened love is a partnership of we explore each other, we learn each other, we heal each other, we accept and heal and grow and evolve, and there's no chasing shit involved in it. You don't have to beg for somebody to like you or share their emotions with you. If somebody's holding back on those levels, it's likely that they have something inside of them that's not seeing things at the level that's a healthy level, or they have healing to do, or they have to shift within their own life, and they could be just very self-serving, and so you may want them to come closer, but even if they came closer, they may just not have the ability to perceive things or see things or do things that you're going to see in a way that makes you feel, fulfilled to the way that you would like for that awakened love. But it says, I can't control myself, so I feel like neither one of the people here probably are very good at denying these urges. I feel like there's maybe a lot of oral stuff that goes on here, because we've got delicious, crave the taste between your legs, and the ecstasy on your face, and I want that mouth. So I feel like there's probably, the both of you either enjoy this about the other, or one of you may be really good at this, and so if you know that they enjoy that, and you're trying to unleash some things or make them feel, that you're the best and that they should chase you, you may be more apt to do the things that is enjoyed by them, so that you don't have to feel okay, now they didn't get what they like, so now they're going to go get it from somewhere else because of the jealousy here, or whatever, So if you are feeling all those insecurities and those doubts and those fears and things like that, try to shift your perspective and realize like it's not worth that. People should not be feeling that way when they're dealing with people, especially intimately. Like if you're sleeping with somebody or pleasing them orally and you don't feel like satisfied within the realm of like, I know that they like me, that they enjoy that they like appreciate me, that they, find me to be a worthy lover. Don't fucking put yourself into that position of pleasing them, because it's just going to hurt you more and more and more, and they're just going to keep using you if that's the type of person or the perspective and the place that they're at right now. Maybe they are very self-serving. Of course, they're going to let you do these things and come close and whatever, if it feels good or you look good or you taste good or whatever, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to equate to what you might want it to equate to. You can't bang somebody or suck somebody into like giving you true love. So remember that, see that perspective, realize that, and know that you deserve better. And just through that perspective shifting, you may be able to speed up the actual awakened love, because you'll know your value and worth. And when we know our value and worth, other people around us recognize it too. So moving down here for pile 4 with the little green guy, says, this is your true twin flame. Remember your story and why you came from the timing. And then when the warm winds blow, that's when you'll know. So it could be that there's summer stuff happening, like the warm winds. Where I am is summertime right now. Also, this card has the lost and found on it. So there could be something that's lost within the dynamic, or there's been something that's been lost between the two of you. Maybe you forgot why you came, or maybe you forgot like what the whole point of a fucking twin flame is. You could have got all wrapped up into the ego, into the pursuits of like just things that our mind and our emotions and our physical material world makes us do and feel and get all weird about, and that's not always serving to the people around us or ourselves in our lives. So at the core of things, I feel like you maybe even just have to like let things warm up again. Like remember the essence of what this is. Like don't let the true love be lost within stuff or like perspectives or whatever you think you might know or don't know or want but didn't get, or said but didn't tell all the way. It's like people see from their own level. So make sure that you are allowing yourself to kind of just remember like at the essence of what this is all about. It's like we're bringing balance to the collective consciousness. We're here for the whole planet, not just ourselves. We're not here just to like, oh, I have my twin flame, I'm gonna get married and have fun, la da da. It's not all about that. It's more so about balancing duality, balancing masculine and feminine, learning, healing, growing, overcoming adversity, becoming our best selves. Like your twin should make you a better you, even if they hurt you, even if it sucks, even if at times you want to fucking die or whatever. If you aren't evolving and becoming a better you, then remember that like that, those are some like prerequisites of twin. If everything's just going to shit, never getting better, and they don't improve, or they get worse over time, then that may be something that you want to be like, okay, like maybe I need to let the warm winds blow this person out so that the true person can come in, and I gotta remember that story and why I came here, so that I can be my authentic version of self and show up to the world in a way that's going to allow this to blow into my life and get rid of the shit that shouldn't. Okay, and then we had look into my eyes, bite that lower lip, kiss me like you need me, like you might never see me again. So a lot of times with these connections, there is this intensity to things, because it's like you don't know when you walk out the door after somebody has ghosted you, or you've spent, maybe a decade apart, or you come back and then they're gone, and they come back and then they're gone, and like one day everything's fine and the next day they fucking disappeared again. You never know, like when you're with this person, if it's the last time that you're going to be with them, or if it's like just the last time you're going to be with them for like a little while, or how long it's going to be. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be years. You don't know. So there's like an intensity that's felt with these, and I feel like it's probably felt within both, because they probably don't even know themselves what the hell they're doing. Usually people who run away from something or feel like too overwhelmed by the thing and they're like, I gotta get out of here, it's they don't know what they're doing. It's not, I don't think it's a personal attack on anybody. I think it's more so like their own insecurities, their own immaturities, their own being lost within life, and their you know, ability to perceive and receive and to give and to have and to love and, you know, have healthy shit in our world. If they grew up in an unhealthy dynamic, you know, they could be seeking out unhealthy connections, or they could be seeking out their parent in their love connections. And if you're not, you know, abusive to them, or you're not toxic to them, or you try to love them in a good way, and they're used to not receiving that from somebody in their family, then, you know, they may try to seek out partners or things in their life that feel familiar. Or they may, you know, try to avoid things that they feel are going to be similar to things that they've seen in their world that maybe appeared to be bad, or like, oh, well, if they did that and that didn't work out so well for them, like, you know, if there's any similarities between you and whatever that thing might be in their world or their life, they may push it away and you know, disappear and run away. But then it's like when they show up, they feel that you always know exactly how and what to touch and where to touch. You know the zones. You feel, you know, this intensity. They want to do it all day and all night. Like, and they probably have something happen with you that's kind of like, you know, it opens up that ability to be able to keep going and not get sick of that person, or you know, stay up all night and make love and feel these intense feelings, and then still maybe find that the next day there's still tension, that there's still like this desire to rip clothes off, or that there's still a desire to maybe wake up and have sex again, or that it's just a breathtaking, you know, you can't catch your breath with this connection, because it's like, it's all consuming, it's all overwhelming, it's just, it's big to them. So it may be like too much for them, and that may be, you know, why they get blown away. But somebody may be wanting to show you some things, or they may want you to show them some things. Maybe they don't feel like they can give to you like what you give to them, because like when you have something like this and it's like, oh my god, like it just doesn't even matter what they do, it's just their presence, the energy, like they don't even have to touch you probably, it's like there's just an energy. So they may feel like I didn't do what, like, anything good or special, so show me what you like and tell me what you want so that I can, so that, you know, I can feel more, you know, good about what I'm delivering, because you always know what to do, and I don't feel like maybe I know what to do. Maybe they see you as very intuitive, and just, like, able to do things that they feel like they're not doing in return, and that could be something that, you know, it's just a perspective thing, it's not necessarily true, but they maybe need you to be like, hey, like, just do what you do. It says, I love playing dress up whenever you come around. So maybe there's an alter ego, or just like an alter version of yourself, or maybe you feel like a need or necessity to, you know, do something like this because you feel they're, you know, when they're with you, maybe it is too intense, maybe it is they can't catch their breath, and that it's like tension and shit. So maybe you try to, like, you know, play or play a part that makes them less intense for them, or like, hey, just, you know, pretend that I'm this person or doing this thing, or like somebody else, so that you don't have to like make such a big deal about it. And then make the pussy moan. So maybe that's something that, you know, happens. And then I grow a fever when I have sexual thoughts about you. So, you know, sometimes those warm winds blow. They don't have to be anywhere near you for that moaning and that desire to be present. And you may want to suck the buzz and stroke on the other part of that. And I intuitively know what you want from me. Allow me to play out your hidden fantasies. So again, like I was saying, feels like they know this, that you know what they like. You know how to touch them, when to touch them, where to touch them. You probably even know things that, like, you don't even know that you know. Maybe you do things, you say things, you feel things, or you know, maybe have delivered things to them in a way that's like, holy shit, how do they know that? So that could freak them out in itself. Like, they may think you're reading their mind, or really, like, just know shit that
probably don't even know that you're doing or knowing. A lot of times, you know, for the clear knowing, it's just clear knowing. Like today happened again with my dad. He was like, yeah, I was watching this guy who channels. He's talking about manifesting. And I mean, there's probably a lot of people out there channeling about manifesting. And I was like, Bashar? And he was like, what the fuck? Yes. Like, but last year around this time, I did that to him with the Mars boy. He was like, I was watching this like documentary with this kid that really blah blah. And I was like, the Mars boy? And he was like, what? No, what are you talking about? But I pulled up the Mars boy, showed him it. He's like, yeah, that's him. So, I don't know why I fucking know what he's watching. Like, immediately, it just comes into my mind. But if he didn't confirm that to me, like, if he wasn't like, yes, I wouldn't know that I knew that I know. You know? It's just a knowing. It's just a thing. So, like, I could say something that's true, but if somebody doesn't tell me that it's true, then I'm not going to know that it's actually the truth. I'm just probably going to freak that person out. And they'd be like, oh my God, do they know? I don't know. My mom used to do it to me. I hated it. Because she would know shit. She didn't actually know it. Like, she would be like, she would call you out for exactly what you did, how you did it, where you were, and all those details. But if you said no, she was like, okay. Because she just thought that she just thought it. But that it, you know, but in reality, she thought it because it happened. And then I want to pleasure you while you're driving. So maybe this is one of those fantasies that, like, if you started doing it, they'd be like, how do they know? Like, maybe you're driving down the road he's thinking like, oh, I wish that she would, you know, bend, you know, over here and do. And as they're thinking that thought, you bend to do it, that's going to probably, you know, maybe the first time be like, oh, wow, what a coincidence. But after so many times of things like that happening, people start to be like, what the fuck are you in my brain? I want to cuddle on the couch wearing your shirt with you behind me as we watch our favorite shows, and that would be the best feeling in the world. So again, think, you know, you're probably wanting like intimacy, you're wanting closeness, you're wanting to, you know, just have like calm, easy, like connection, like, you know, a relationship that is just a fucking relationship. Basically, is like we just spend time together, we enjoy each other, we have fun together, like everything's good, no need for any fancy shit of, you know, crazy thoughts or whatever. But I feel like, you know, this may be something that they run from because of the intensity here, that's just too much for them. It freaks them out. They don't realize that, like, yeah, maybe you know stuff, but you don't really know what the, like, you know, at the core of it is, or whatever. I feel like there's just it's just an intense thing here that's like they don't know how to handle it. Basically, it's like, make my body shake and tremble with your tongue. So maybe that is something that happens. They, you know, they make you shake, they make you tremble. It says, let's create some sexual memories and record ourselves making love. So that could be either one of you wanting to do that. Maybe if they're going to be ghosting and running away with the warm winds, you could want to be able to at least see some action on some level. Express how much you love me with your tongue. So I feel like the divine feminine, you know, if she can't hear it or she can't see it, like, through the actions, like, she can at least feel it through the passion, maybe. I can't wait to hear you moan in my ear as you're fucking the shit out of me. And I want to release all this bottled up energy on your cock and pleasure me into another dimension and keep me trapped there. So maybe divine feminine is thinking like, this world, this reality, this experience here with this, you know, coming and going, this tension, this, like, you know, knowing these things, doing these things, having this intense, like, divine connection, but not being able to fulfill it in the way of, like, I just want to be able to, like, chill out on the couch and have a good time and not have all this pressure, this craziness connected to it. She may just want to go to another dimension and just be happy there and stuck there, so she doesn't have to come back to the 3D reality where things kind of get messed up, or you know, doesn't necessarily play out the way that you maybe wanted to play out. Other dimensions, higher dimensions, things are instantaneous. So if you want to get freaky dinky, you get freaky dinky. You don't have to, like, wait for somebody to show up, call or text. It's like, bloop, here I am, freaky dinky. So I don't know, maybe that's something that she is just kind of maybe tired and sick of the tension, or sick of the, like, oh, I gotta go catch my breath, or like, I feel this intensity, but you know, like, I don't even know if you're gonna fucking stay here for 5 minutes and be gone for 10 years, or come back, or not do it, or whatever. What your intentions are, what you're thinking about, what you're really feeling, because, you know, it's not a fun place to be, and you may feel all the intense stuff, but like, I feel like the feminines have a tendency to be like, yeah, it's intense, but it's like, it's not a bad thing, it's just what it is. And the masculines are like, it's too much, run. I gotta hide, it's scary. So it could be frustrating, especially when you're doing all these things for them that they're like, oh, you do so well, it's so great, you're the best ever, blah blah blah, but they're like, I'm just gonna fucking run away from it because I don't want that. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest. If the pile that you listened to wasn't yours, you can listen to a different pile. Yeah. And tonight is Community Cares on Divine Essentials channel, the other channel, sister channel. And I think that's it. Namaste.